Considering color psychology, how does the widespread association of the color blue with feelings of calmness and tranquility impact its use in branding and interior design?
Blue's connection to serenity stems from its presence in nature. The sky and the sea, triggering associations with openness, stability, and trust. Consequently, it's commonly used in branding to project a sense of reliability and in interior design to create relaxing atmospheres.
Beyond its mesmerizing beauty, what are the primary sources of emeralds, and how do the geological processes involved in their formation contribute to their unique color variations?
Emeralds are primarily sourced from metamorphic rock formations, typically where beryllium-rich minerals interact with chromium and vanadium within hydrothermal vents or pegmatites. These trace elements, chromium and vanadium, are what give emeralds their distinctive green hue, and their concentration dictates the intensity of the color.
Considering its origins, how did cadmium, a metallic element traditionally used in batteries, find its way into becoming a vibrant pigment used by artists?
Cadmium was discovered in 1817, and it wasn't until 1911 that German chemists found a way to use cadmium sulfide to create a brilliant yellow pigment. The resulting cadmium pigments offer exceptional light fastness and brilliance.
What is lapis lazuli, and what made ultramarine blue pigment derived from it so historically significant and expensive?
Lapis lazuli is a semi-precious stone mined primarily in Afghanistan. Ultramarine, the pigment derived from it, was incredibly valuable due to the arduous process of extracting the blue colorant and its rarity, often costing more than gold during the Renaissance.
What is chromophobia, and what historical or cultural factors contributed to its emergence as a recognized phenomenon?
Chromophobia is a rare psychological condition characterized by an intense and irrational fear of colors. Historically, it's been linked to associations with chaos, disorder, or negative symbolism in various cultures, and the desire to control perception.
Explain the fundamental difference between additive and subtractive color mixing, and provide examples of where each system is primarily used.
Additive color mixing, like with light, combines red, green, and blue RGB to create white. Subtractive color mixing, like with pigments, combines cyan, magenta, and yellow to create black. RGB is used for screens, while CMY is used for printing.
What is the intriguing history behind the discovery and initial use of cobalt blue? And how did it transition from being considered a cursed material to a prized pigment in art?
Cobalt blue was initially discovered in the 18th century alongside cobalt red, which proved to be toxic. Its initial rejection led to it being dubbed a curse, but it was later recognized for its brilliant hue and light fastness, and quickly gained popularity among artists, becoming a staple in Impressionist and post-Impressionist works.
Considering that color is typically defined by wavelengths of light, what constitutes achromatic color, and how is it utilized in design and art?
Achromatic colors refer to shades of black, white, and gray colors without hue. They are crucial in design for creating contrast, establishing hierarchy, and achieving a minimalist or sophisticated aesthetic. And in art, they are often employed to create depth, mood, and a sense of realism.
How do fluorescent colors differ from traditional pigments in their interaction with light, and what technologies rely on this unique property?
Unlike pigments that reflect light, fluorescent colors absorb UV or invisible light and re-emit it as visible light, appearing much brighter than they would otherwise. They are found in everything from highlighters to security inks, and even in certain biological organisms.
In what ways did Impressionist painters like Monet and Renoir utilize complementary color pairings to create a sense of vibrancy and optical mixing in their works?
Impressionists often juxtaposed complementary colors like blue and orange or red and green next to each other to intensify their visual impact and create the illusion of shimmering light through optical mixing. This technique allowed them to suggest forms and atmospheres without relying on traditional blending methods.
What accidental discovery led to the creation of Prussian blue, and what chemical processes are involved in its production?
Prussian blue was accidentally created in 1704 by a paint maker named Diesbach, who was trying to create a red pigment, but instead reacted iron sulfate with potash. It's a complex salt of iron cyanide, resulting in its characteristic deep blue hue.
How did the Bauhaus movement define and utilize color palettes, and what was the underlying philosophy behind their choices?
The Bauhaus movement emphasized functionality and simplicity, and their color palettes reflected that. They favored primary colors red, yellow, blue and black, white and gray, believing these colors were universal and could be combined to create a wide range of harmonious and practical designs.
What color is produced when blue and yellow pigments are mixed, and how does the resulting hue vary depending on the specific shades used?
When blue and yellow pigments are mixed, they produce green. However, the specific shade of green varies greatly depending on the particular blue and yellow pigments used. A warm yellow and a cool blue will create a vibrant, yellowish green, while a cool yellow and a warm blue will produce a more muted, bluish green.
What are natural ochres? What are their historical significance as pigments? And what can they tell us about ancient cultures and artistic practices?
Natural ochres are earth pigments derived from iron oxides, providing a range of warm colors from yellows and oranges to reds and browns. Used for millennia, they represent some of the earliest known pigments, providing invaluable insights into ancient artistic practices and trade routes through analysis of pigment sources.